But look, if you find yourself single and you don't really feel all that ready to mingle, maybe this is a new idea for you. But we all know dating can feel daunting, and the way we meet people has changed massively with the rise of apps and online platforms. We all know dating apps are a heinous crime against society. They are a terrible place filled with the worst of humanity. So let's find a different way to either meet the love of your life or just a creative new way to get heartbroken. Anything that can beat a dating app, I'm all on board for. So one Shropshire woman has come up with a fresh twist, blending dating with one of TV's most popular reality shows. It's called Traitors for Daters. Pixie Greatorex is with us to explain how it works. Pixie, go on, give us your concept before I get even more confused.
Good morning, Mark. Thanks for having me on. Yes, so I run a singles events company, and this is one of the events we run, and it's really popular. So it is a twist on the TV show Traitors. It's also a well-known game called Werewolf. So I'll explain how it works. So I bring 25 to 30 single people together at Horton Hall in Shifnal. And they're all within a similar age range, so say 25 to 35. And they all sit round in a circle and they all start out as really good friends. They're all innocent villagers, or as you would know from the TV show, they're all faithful. So everyone is a good human right at the beginning in this village. Until the night happens. So we get them all to close their eyes, and then we select our baddies. So we call them werewolves. People will know them as traitors. And it is their job during night phases, when everyone's eyes are closed, it is their job to mercilessly murder the villagers, otherwise known as the people they'd love to date.
Okay.
So that is their job. And the villagers, when we open everyone's eyes, they have no idea who these baddies are. And they have to try and find out. So they do this by discussions. Is anyone acting a little bit suspicious? And they try and find out who they are. And at the end of the day phase, when everyone's eyes are open, they have a whiteboard and they'll write down the name of the person that they are the most suspicious of. And that person gets executed. Everyone gets to stay in the game and talk. No one gets actually eliminated. But then those sort of day and night phases keep repeating until more and more people are dying. And then if you want to win the game, you have to get rid of all of the werewolves. And if you don't, and the werewolves are the same number as the villagers, so you get 2 villagers and 2 werewolves, then the werewolves win. So that's the premise of it.
Now, I'm already suspicious enough of anyone who shows any kind of romantic interest in me. So I think I'd be perfect for this. I'm already analysing every possible character flaw they might have.
Perfect. So we bring dating into this as well. Obviously, it's a dating singles event. And the way we do that is everybody starts with a sticker with their name on, which you need for the game anyway. And you get it's about 3.5 hours for the event. So you get really loads of time to, like you say, analyse people's traits. And you don't get that when you're online. So this is what makes this such a great experience. And then at the end of the evening or the afternoon, we do 2 different types of sort of times. You write down anyone that you want to see again, and then you hand that in to me at the end. And then I match you up with anyone who's also written your name down. So it's no pressure. You haven't got to go up to somebody and give your number out.
Good.
You just think, I like the way you lied. I reckon we can be in a relationship.
Yeah, look, it'll turn into that eventually anyway. I enjoyed the way you did it. So, yeah.
Exactly. Mark, you're very... sceptical about love.
Yeah, well, yes, years of problematic relationships, I think, have caused that. But on a serious note, people are desperate, aren't they, to get away from that grind and the thing that makes people like me cynical, the dating apps and the swiping and the kind of the confidence draining, almost surface level nature of it all.
Yeah. I hear this day in, day out. I only started the business in January. We launched with a couple of speed dating events. I was like, well, maybe there's a market for it. Maybe there's not. Oh, there's a market for it. And now we do all sorts of events because people are fed up. I mean, if you're anything over 40, which is probably the most popular age range for me is over 40s, then you've known a time where dating apps didn't exist. But you were probably married or in a relationship, just speaking generally here, generalisation, I know. You're probably in a relationship, come out of that now and are like, hold on a minute, what's going on here? What are these apps? And I don't want to do that. I don't know who I'm talking to. So offering an in-person event, that people are snapping that up.
Yeah, and it's a bit more wholesome, isn't it? You know, there's an innocence to it that people like.
Absolutely. It's kind of old-fashioned now, isn't it? It's horrible to say that, but it is true.
Although, you know, have you got robes and things like that? Have you got the outfits for this traitors thing?
Yeah. We have, like, as the people that hold the event, right. We don't ask anyone else to dress up.
I mean, you could. You could get a cheeky snogging with the hoods up, couldn't you? If you like, for your traitors.
At the event, Mark.
I've been banned already.
Yeah. I haven't had to ban many people, so you're okay. We also do things like quizzes, karaoke nights, discos, comedy nights. And for me, it's about getting back to joy and happiness with dating. Like you say, it's plagued by this sort of rejection and misery. And, you know, it's really tarred by that. But people are quite nervous to come out and date in person.
I was going to say, how useful is it to have a game that's almost a bit of a confidence-building exercise right at the start?
Yeah. Really good. People forget they're dating. At the end, I'm like, don't forget. You need to write down the names of anyone you like. And they're like, oh, yeah, we're dating. So the emphasis isn't on, like at a speed dating event, 1-to-1, the emphasis is on dating. And people, if they're there for that, that's what they enjoy. This is probably better for people that don't want that level of pressure. They're like, well, it's a good night. I'll be social. I'll meet loads of single people. And it won't be like 1-to-1.
And there's no pressure, is there? If there's... You know, you get on with everyone, but there's no one you feel like there's a spark with. You don't feel like it's a waste of a night because you've had a good time.
All of the events, that's my absolute purpose. Is like, you're going to have fun. And if you meet the love of your life, and we have had that happen at these traitors events, and one in particular couple I'm thinking of, they're celebrating their anniversary from a few months ago, and they're really excited. It works. It doesn't work for everyone, like you say, but there's no pressure if it doesn't. You've had a good night.
Do you ever have to do the Cilla Black, do I need to buy a new hat?
I hope so. There's a couple that met at our second speed dating event in February, so I'm hopeful for my hat for that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you doing this from a position of strength? Is your dating life going very well? Are you in a happy fulfilling relationship?
Yes, I am now.
Good.
It took me a while, but I'm there.
I always think, you know, I want a role model, not somebody who's teaching me from their mistakes. So that's good news. Look, when's the next one?
So I've got a quiz coming up on Sunday for people over 50. I've got some men's tickets left for that. But the next Traitors is the 26th of October for 40 to 50-year-olds. And then we're doing a Christmas-themed elves versus reindeers. So my quizmaster tells me that's happening in December on the 4th. That's at Albrighton Hall in Shrewsbury. That's going to be 45 to 53-year-olds. So same thing. It's still Traitors, but it's just a slightly different concept.
Brilliant. Pixie, it's a great idea. Thank you very much for coming on and telling us about it.
No problem. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Pixie, Greatorex, Traitors for Daters. Love that idea. And speaking of dating... BBC